Mainland youth Star came to Hong Kong to stay with his uncle. Feeling thirsty, he wanted to buy a bottle of soda. The security guard mocked him for using renminbi, Chinese currency. Star was told that if he wanted a soda, he should plead with the vending machine. Surprisingly, a bottle of soda indeed dropped out, revealing Star's supernatural ability. Star's uncle, Blackie, was busy playing mahjong and forgot to pick him up. His roommate, upset over losing money, prevented him from leaving, so Blackie continued playing. Besides, there was another reason he didn't go. His family had a hereditary condition where he would lose control if a family member called his name. Star, not waiting, found his way based on the address. However, the sweat soaked the paper, making the address illegible. Seeing a newspaper with a wanted criminal, he went to the police and falsely claimed his uncle was the culprit. The police quickly located Blackie and arrested him. When Star saw him, he shouted to him loudly, causing Blackie to uncontrollably seize. Later, witnesses cleared Blackie's name. Blackie looked down on Star from the mainland, so Star demonstrated his supernatural ability. He could see through objects with his eyes. Blackie didn't believe it, so he had Star guess mahjong tiles, and Star accurately guessed them all. Excited, Blackie realized this ability could make them rich. He told Star that Hong Kong was full of opportunities for wealth, especially through gambling with his supernatural ability. Though Star didn't understand gambling, everyone in Hong Kong loved it. After explaining the rules of various gambling games, Blackie and Star went to the casino and won 10 consecutive rounds, almost bankrupting the house. On their way back, they were ambushed by the casino thugs. Blackie tried to impress Star but was quickly shot dead. Star not only had a supernatural ability but also knew kung fu. As the casino thugs closed in, Star climbed into a car belonging to a beautiful woman named Sharla, instantly smitten by her. Sharla was a figure in the underworld. She had just killed a mafia boss. However, their getaway car ran out of gas, leaving them trapped. Star tried to explain that he had nothing to do with Sharla's actions, but when they learned he was from the mainland, they attacked without hesitation. Star intended to impress Sharla with his martial arts prowess to win her affection. But before he could act, one of Sharla's associates intervened and swiftly incapacitated their attackers, taking Sharla away. Frustrated, Star took out his anger on one of the thugs. Sharla was a subordinate of the underworld gambling king. Her men had informed King about Star's consecutive wins at the casino, piquing King's interest in him. The next day was the horse race, and Blackie asked Star to help him win some races. So Star advised him to bet on horse number 7. However, experts considered 7 the least likely to win. Ignoring Star's advice, Blackie didn't bet on 7, but unexpectedly, it won. Star noticed his roommate at the race and learned they had lost everything trying to cover their child's medical expenses. Wanting to help, Star miraculously changed the number 6 into 7 and advised them against gambling in the future. This exertion of power drained him greatly, requiring a month of rest to recover. At this moment, King's invitation arrived at Blackie's place, inviting Star to a gambling match. It was a golden opportunity, but Star's supernatural ability had ceased to function. To make him appear skilled, Blackie taught him some card shuffling techniques. At the banquet, Star made a dazzling entrance. Wanting to conceal his loss of supernatural ability, he tried to rely on the card shuffling techniques taught by Blackie, but he kept making mistakes, which were insignificant in King's eyes. King observed Star's gambling technique from behind the monitors. Without his supernatural ability, Star quickly lost all his money. King instructed Sharla to send money to Star and give him another chance. Upon seeing Sharla, Star's supernatural ability instantly returned. He began winning again, and King recognized his affection for Sharla, planning to exploit it in the future. King didn't pressure him too much and didn't make him sign any contracts on the spot. Meanwhile, Chan, a Taiwanese underworld figure, also learned about Star's supernatural ability and signed him for a hefty price. Chan intended to have Star represent him in the World Gambling King competition, but failure would mean death for both of them. Since King couldn't recruit Star, he decided to eliminate him and sent a group of assassins after him, leading to a fierce shootout. Surprisingly, Sharla turned out to be affiliated with Chan and rescued them as a dual-gun goddess. The World Gambling King competition commenced, and Star successfully made it through the qualifying rounds. He could reunite with Sharla, but their romantic rendezvous revealed that Sharla had no feelings for him, leaving Star deeply enamored. Worried about Star's safety, Blackie hired friends to act as his bodyguards. Star faced another assassination attempt, but his bodyguards intervened, saving him with throwing knives. However, Sharla was captured by King's men. Star was distraught by Sharla's disappearance, unable to focus even on the competition. If he missed another match, he would be disqualified. Chow gave Blackie an ultimatum, so Blackie paid Star's roommate to impersonate Sharla. However, Star remained oblivious. Blackie dressed up his roommate, but Star only recognized her by the mole under her armpit. Her constant arm-raising became a source of amusement for others, and Star even joked about feeding the mole. Another roommate, disgusted by their behavior, decided to leave. He used to admire her for her integrity, but now she willingly impersonated someone else for money. He criticized Blackie for not properly guiding his nephew, teaching Star only shady practices and treating him as a cash cow. These words woke Star up. He realized his presence had caused trouble for everyone, and Blackie acknowledged his wrongdoing, cryptically telling Star that he didn't see him as a cash cow, just that he was desperate for a better life for both of them. But it was too late for these words to make a difference. Star left a letter and departed. Feeling remorseful, the roommate set out to find Star. Star encountered the security guard again and gave him a Hong Kong dollar, telling him that if another person from the mainland asked to borrow money, he should buy them a soda. On the day of the finals, someone had to compete according to the contract. Before leaving, Blackie told his roommate, who had always liked him, to find someone to marry, but not a gambler. Star had not shown up at the venue, and despite Chan's request for a 10-minute extension, Star was still absent. Just as the referee was about to announce the champion according to the rules, Star finally arrived. He had deliberately dressed up for the occasion. King approached him and gave him Sharla's earring, a clear warning that Sharla would be in danger if he won. Star decided not to use his supernatural ability. His gambling skills were no match for King's, so he relied on luck. Regardless of his hand, he immediately showed his cards. If King's hand was weak, he wouldn't follow, and Star could win even if the match time ended. King's hand was strong, he only needed one more heart to get a flush, while Star had 3 aces but needed one more to win. Star's situation was much more difficult. As King revealed his final card, it turned out to be a heart, completing his flush. Star's last card, however, was not an ace. He attempted to use his ability to change the card by rubbing it, but failed. In a critical moment, Sharla arrived. Seeing her, Star regained his focus and tried rubbing the card again, but nothing changed after revealing the cards. King laughed and revealed his cards, which surprisingly showed an ace. It turned out that Star had swapped the cards to King's hand, and Star's 3 aces beat King's hand. Since King's hand hadn't been shown to others, no explanation would suffice. Watching King being escorted off stage, Star couldn't find joy in his victory, realizing that even a gambling king ended up like this. He felt that there was no good outcome in gambling. Star smiled and hugged his roommate, who had scolded him awake. He knew that Sharla didn't actually like him. It was just work. However, Sharla decided to give him a chance and invited him to dinner. In the end, Star agreed.